Did you know there was something called V-mail? Like with a V? Back in World War II, there were so many Americans overseas, and other countries did this too, but they had different names for it, that they didn't have the space to send all the letters to them. So they invented something called V-mail, victory mail. And what they would do is they'd take like a letter-sized piece of paper, and you'd write your letter, whatever you wanted it to be, and then they would take a photograph of it. And instead of sending the letter overseas, they would send the film negative. So they'd get all these letters on all these reels of negatives, and they'd ship those over on a boat. And then whenever they got to where they were going, that's when they would develop them into a slightly smaller picture to give to the sailor or soldier or marine who was serving abroad. And it didn't work super great, so like the sailors and soldiers and marines who got them kind of hated them, and it was way better to get an actual letter that had like your girlfriend's perfume and a bunch of photos from home. But when the options are no letters or some letters, you take what you can get. And this saved so much space for more important things like jeeps and tanks and explosives. And I had no idea, which is crazy because I've been reading about World War II for a really long time, and I just like never heard of this technology. And it also makes me realize that like email wasn't the first time that we just added like a letter in front of the word mail. I know someone's going to bring this up. America didn't like invent or even have the idea of using it for the military themselves, but I'm an American soldier and I see history through an American lens. So the British, airgraph can suck it. America #1, baby! If you wanted to be remembered for stuff like that, maybe you should have won all those European wars without us. USA! USA!